Hi, good morning, class. So, I'm going to be your trainer for this module, which starts from 27th May to 1st July. This is Gauri here. Welcome on board, guys. And we look forward for an awesome session ahead. Yeah. So, before we start with the class, a couple of things. For any technical issues, queries, please reach out on this number. And I'm also sharing with you the feedback link. So please make a note of the feedback link as well as the technical number. Feedback link needs to be used before we end the class, right? So considering that today is our first session, we would be covering introduction of social media. We'll be touching upon most of the platforms, right? What we use, then little bit about Facebook marketing and content creation for social media, right? So, am I audible to you guys? Great. And is it visible? The screen is visible. Superb. So, a very warm welcome to all of you. Can I have a quick intro? Maybe you all can tell me what you've been doing through. A quick intro, guys. That would actually help us to start the conversation, and I would love to know in you in the 4 sessions today is including its 5 sessions. Okay, Siddharth is a Bangalore based B2B content marketing integrated communications professional looking to upskill and gain a broader understanding of digital marketing. So you are based out of Bangalore, you work in Bangalore. Business head. Okay, great. So Akash Sangani is business head where I don't know. ADN. Akshat Sharma. Oh, then I have planned to start up my own. Waiting for your name. Can I have your name here, please, guys? Please enter your name so it is easier for me also. I'm a 12 pass out. Will be pursuing BBA. Okay. My name is Soumya and I'm working with Cognizant Technologies for Google. Okay. I'm Manali. Okay. Is everyone done with their intro? Okay. So Sonam, I am Sonam Nangia, working as a client relation executive in a facility management. Okay. Okay, brilliant. So, is everyone done with their intro? Okay. After Rohit, anyone else left? Abhinav, that was a siren. I think someone got stuck in the lift here at my apartment. So that was a siren, the alarm which blows up in the lift. I think that stopped now. It's better. Okay. So, and I'm sorry about that because that just happened. It's by default. Anybody can press that alarm if they get stuck in the lift, right? So we can get started quickly. A quick intro about myself. This is me, and I have been into digital marketing. I'll say I started my career with marketing, brand communications, and have been there in the industry close to 16 years plus now, wherein primarily it has been digital. So it's been 15 years in digital now, and as part of my current role, I head the digital media plus digital marketing plus social brand advocacy for Fab India. So currently with them, and primarily I've been into training as well as I'm an independent motivational speaker and a digital speaker at times, and a brand consultant with couple of brands, right? So this goes my description. If anybody wants, you can log on to my profile and then can kind of see the entire thing. Yeah, so it's been a fascinating journey so far, and I am just trying to kind of drive my passion, which is I have been into guest lectures. I have been a visiting faculty to various MBA colleges also when I was in my stint in Bangalore, and I was visiting faculty to Symbiosis. And then there was at times have been have attended some modules at IIMs also. I am Bangalore, and taking up digital workshops in the B schools. So Bangalore has so many B schools. I've been involved there, right? Ashwin, symbiosis is good for BBA, but the thing is this, that it's always good to have a full time course done rather than going for an no going for a simultaneously you're taking up your studies and you're taking that long distance plan. So it's always good to go for a full time course. Right. So we begin with our class, right? And what we'll do is we will keep on finishing sections by sections, lessons by lessons, and I will ask you in terms of if you have any questions, and we can no answer those FAQs. So by the end of this section, you will learn why should marketers care about social media, an introduction to various social media platforms, Facebook marketing terminology, the Facebook newsfeed algorithm and how it works, what is organic reach on Facebook, why it is very low on most brand pages and how to deal with it, how to approach content marketing on social media, psychology of social sharing, how to measure content effectiveness, how different brands have created share worthy content for their social media, and what are the various tools for creating content for social media. So, why care about social media? Why do you think social media is critical? It's needed because massive target audience on social media is on globally. It is the reach which we talk about, not India specific, but it is globally. If you see, if I, as a ratio, as a scale which we have taken, Facebook is the one which leads the other social media platforms, which is driven by 261 active million users on a daily basis. Then we have Instagram, followed by Instagram, which has 800 million active users, followed by Twitter, which is 328 million active users, Snapchat, 178 million active users, then Pinterest, 200 active million users, and we have LinkedIn, which is 106 million active users. So, is as per the reports, it is the globally accepted uh, platforms and their preference which goes first. We also have an India breakup. So audience is massive in India as well. Here again we have Facebook as the leading, which is 230 million active users. Then followed by Instagram, which is 50 active million users. Followed by LinkedIn, which is 42 million active users. 20 Twitter, followed by Twitter, we have 25 million active users, and Snapchat, which is 16 million active users. Pinterest has not picked up that well in India right now. So these are the five social media platforms which we can refer to, and you can see on the usage, the scale of usage. If I have to see and figure out what is the timeline, what is the amount of time which is spent on social media by our users. So can you see this, that others, if I have to categorize, others is 22%, news and articles is 13%, music streaming caters to 16% of my audience, whereas video streaming caters to 16% again of my audience, and social media caters to 13% of my audience. Right? So it's the share of time spent online for social media, it is 33%. How are we targeted, and we are targeting it and measuring it? Niche targeting options. Why do you think that social media is the most preferred platform or most preferred medium of digital marketing? Because it has niche targeting audience, we can actually do precise targeting, right? It is measurable. We know that if we are reaching out to a certain peak of audience on Facebook or Twitter or anything, no, or LinkedIn, we know it is measurable and that can be measured. Then here the communication is one to one and one to many, right? So the communication also matters a lot, where we are looking at a communication which is happening twice, which is one to one and one to many. Social media for marketing. So as like always, every marketing strategy has their key objectives, like key business objective. So likewise, social media also has their key objective, which says brand awareness, lead generation, and listening and monitoring. At times brands only look for their brand awareness. So the objectives which are created, or that there's so the metrics are created based on the objective. It's for brand awareness, lead generation. If they're looking out for closing some sales, then it is lead generation. Listening and monitoring, it's just that when brands talk uh, about the brands, about their the usage, as well as in fact the customers, they talk about their experience with the brand, right? So that's the way, and that is how brands listen and kind of keep a monitoring on that. Is it clear till now, or any questions? Okay, so no questions as of now. We start with a quick intro about all these social channels. So we would be covering Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, Snapchat. In this lesson, I'll be talking about basically giving you an intro about this, moving forward in this particular class, in this particular module, we'll be covering them in a much little bit of detail, right? Not getting a,
इसका पीछे बोल रहा है ना
not getting onto the advertising options, but we would be. Yeah, Ashwin, these slides, uh, you need to reach out to your coordinator. All these slides, even the my recording, what I'm going through right now, would be there. I think there's going to be a user ID which would be have provided to you guys, and you can access that, right? So we begin with Facebook. Facebook, as we all know, Facebook, as we all know, that Facebook has users from all age demographics, making it one of the most diverse social channels. So when we have to compare all my social media channels, Facebook is one of the most frequently used social media channel, and it is easier to use with all its no with having a complete demographical reach. It talks about all kind of audience. It will give you your affinity targeting. It will give you your audience behavioral mapping, right? So it talks about all these primary uses for business. Primary uses for business, it is building a community to engage users and drive sales and generate leads. Yeah. So what is the primary objective, or what is the primary usage for business if I have to look at for Facebook? Obviously, the first thing foremost, what we'll do is we build up a community to engage users, right? We engage with the users and we try to drive the conversations. We build brand awareness, driving sales and generating leads through highly targeted advertising. If we have to look at Twitter, Twitter's largest demographic is young adults. If I compare with Facebook and Twitter, Twitter has the largest audience, which is young, right? Between the ages of 18 to 35. Secondly, if I have to see Twitter and Facebook, and if we compare both, Twitter, on the other hand, is a more opinionated platform, more opinionated or a public platform. As in, you can do as many tweets as possible, that all your thoughts or your tweets are going to be in public. Whereas in Facebook, whatever you are posting, it's going to reside by your timeline. You can actually mark it as public, friends or friends to friends, right? It need not be that my every post can go public. Likewise, like it goes in Twitter. So we have a complete control on our post on Facebook. Primary uses for businesses would be building awareness for any particular brand. If the brand says that there's a product launch which has happened, and how do I plan to bring awareness to this? We build up a brand awareness, listening and monitoring. How the listening and monitoring would happen in terms of for any brand. For Twitter, it works faster in comparison to Facebook. Drive leads and sales through, though currently this is not effective on this social media platform like we have it on Facebook and LinkedIn. So Twitter right now is not giving us helping us with driving leads or sales, but you can use Twitter for promotions. So Harpreet, lead generation is primarily for any kind of a business, be it B2C or B2B. B2C is business to consumer and B2B is business to business. There can be leads which can be generated, right? So those leads are particularly to acquire more customers, to close on their new product range and to look at new customer acquisition, to sell a particular product to a specific corporate. So that's something which looks like B2C or B2B, right? Moving to Instagram, younger audience as compared to other social platforms except Snapchat. So we had Facebook. Facebook he has a wide range of audience. Followed by we have Twitter. Twitter has a younger audience from 18 to 35. Instagram is again younger, which is younger audience than Twitter, which has but for us the youngest platform to have the millennium audience it's Snapchat. Secondly, Instagram is a mobile only network. So this is the platform which works on mobile, which works on mobile first, and on desktop, it's not it's not comfortable to share pics, to kind of take photos on Instagram. Like for Instagram, what happens is that if you are using a mobile version of Instagram, you can click photos via using, if you have downloaded Instagram on your phone, on using Instagram, the particular app, you can actually click photos, create nice photos, you can decorate your photos, you can actually create that and share with your friends, right? But in the case of web, you'll not be able to share, it will just come like a dashboard. Now, looking at the primary uses for Instagram, it is building up awareness by the usage of most appealing content or the post which comes up, which is much better than your Facebook. It has ability to build up your community, engaging with the users, and obviously driving the conversations around a particular brand or about a particular person. Drive sales and generate leads through targeted advertising. This also can be done through targeting. You can reach out to and drive sales, generate those leads by targeting advertising. Rohit is saying that he read somewhere that in 2 to 3 years' time, Twitter will close at just losing its popularity. No, I don't think, Rohit, that Twitter is going to lose its popularity. All platforms are doing good in India because Twitter is a very good platform when you are trying to do micro blogging, when you are doing any contest, right? So I don't think that it's going to lose out its popularity so soon, right? It will pick up soon. It has its own functional qualities, unlike that of Facebook, right? So it does not provide that. I agree, Sonam, that it does not provide an direct interaction with your friends. But what happens is when you're posting or when you're tweeting, you can actually retweet, you can like, or you can also comment on that. But if you have to reach out to your friend directly and you don't want, since it's a public platform, you don't want others to see it, so then you can DM, right? So you can use a feature which is DM. So I'm coming to that one by one. I'm coming to your questions. Just wait. Sorry, because I can't do that. You can refer to my recording, because if I do that, then it's a time waste for others also. We've just started. You can say we are on the 16th slide, so you can refer to my recording, and if you feel any, or you can check the miss slides in the break when we take, and I can tell you what we've missed, right? But I can't cover those slides again. Instagram is B2C leads only, right? Instagram is B2C, yes. B2C is business to consumer, and B2B is business to business, right? So I'm coming to LinkedIn, Ashwin. Okay, so now we start with LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the only platform wherein we can connect with the B2B companies. It is basically a platform which drives my professional network and my corporate. So it is considered to be the most serious and a corporatish professional networking platform, right? So audience also which you will find here would be very very comparatively, they are going to be old and mature audience. And the primary uses, if we look for a business point of view in LinkedIn, it is effective lead generation channel, and it proves to be particularly for the B2B companies. It drives industry thought leadership, because it is considered to be the leader in the B2B space. It also helps us with finding new job opportunities and obviously recruited by potential employees. So whom are looking for hiring good people in their company. You you can always maintain your profiles, everything on LinkedIn. Like I showed you my LinkedIn profile, which would help us, to be in the industry. See where are you as per your industry sector segments, right? And it is always advisable that we keep our profile updated on LinkedIn, because the first thing which everyone refers to is your LinkedIn profile, whether you are going for a interview, yeah, or you are going for primarily for meeting up a person, if you're going for any meeting, right? And in that meeting also, before you go and meet that person, so there's always a recce which can be done by seeing the other person's profile. Okay. Okay, so okay, because I'll just tell you what has been covered. Dhananyada, this is the first session. This is the new batch which is started from 27th May to I believe to July, I guess. 1st July, yeah. Okay. So this is the first session. So I don't think that you have missed anything. I'm not sure that whether you have joined in the right session. This is the trainer here is Gauri. Have you joined in at the right session? This is the Sunday batch which will have 5 classes. And guys, I'll just take 2 minutes to run through. Tell Vikas what. So because we are going to cover, this is the section 1. We are going to start with introduction to social media. We've already started with Facebook marketing is something which we are going to cover, and content creation. And you will be taught about social media platforms. What is Facebook terminologies which we use? What is the algorithmic newsfeed which we follow in Facebook? what's the organic reach on Facebook, how to approach content marketing on social media, psychology behind that, what are the different brands which are sharing content which is very good and newsworthy, and how do we use tools to create such content, right? So we just started up with social media. Having said that, irrespective of global or India, Facebook and Instagram are the leaders with their respective leads, the numbers, the active users. Then in India, we are followed by LinkedIn, Twitter, and Snapchat. Largely, a large amount of time is spent on social media, which is 33%. It is niche targeting options, measurable communication, which we follow is we directly interact with the person, or we have the one-to-many communication. Like likewise, as every marketing activity has an objective, we digital also we have key business objectives. It can be brand awareness, lead generation, or listening monitoring. And then we started up with our social media channels, which we are going to cover in this module. Facebook having the leader, which has the most users from age demographics, making it one of the private social channels. Business users drive brand awareness, lead generation, engaging users. Twitter again is the largest demographic in young adults from 18 to 35, and it is known to be considered to be the most public platform. The most opinionated kind of audience is found on Twitter. Instagram happens to be younger audience, but if I compare with Snapchat, Snapchat is much younger, and this is the mobile first network. Again, brand awareness, lead generation, and driving sales. Engaging engagement helps us to make it as one of the known platform, leading platform after Facebook. Now LinkedIn, which I just spoke about, and I think you were there in that class, right? So this is in a snapshot what we covered, what you missed. Now moving to Pinterest. Is it clear till now, guys? Everyone is clear? You're most welcome, Vikas. Great. So Pinterest is predominantly relatively a female audience. Is we talk about Pinterest. Why a female audience? Because Pinterest, as the name suggests, it is an online dashboard where actually you what we can do is we can collect our ensembles of images into distributed into various categories, right? So it's like we all have softboards in our workplace. It's like the same thing, and we kind of draw, we kind of pin it with pin our memories, pin our best photos which we want to share with everyone. We kind of pin them there. Likewise, on a online, we create a dashboard which is known as Pinterest, and you pin your thoughts and memories out there, right? And you can share, you can add to your friends, put together. It is a good platform wherein your creativity can be showcased to your users. Primary uses of and most places, as I said, that it acts to like inspiration. If you are a inspiring fashion, if you are a inspiring influencer, and you plan to open also a boutique, you're fashionable accessories, you can showcase your cooking skills, do it yourself projects as well as weddings. So all those images can be showcased on Pinterest. Primary usage for business: sharing visually appealing content that links and drives traffic to the website or blog for more information. So when what happens is you can actually try to visually appealing content can actually drive more traffic on to your official website or blog, right? Build awareness, which is building brand awareness through content and product boards that would be of interest. So you can actually create a lot of board content which would add to a lot of interest. So WhatsApp, Rohit, it's a mobile driven platform. It's not a social media platform, right? It's a mobile first platform which is there. So we'll not be covering WhatsApp here in the this module, right? So WhatsApp also has a very uh, limited scope of marketing. They have still not begun with marketing and stuff. However, it's been acquired by Facebook. So Facebook does has WhatsApp, and they are trying to come out with various options on how do we kind of look at the market. Now coming to the Snapchat, which is my youngest social media platform, the youngest audience amongst all social platforms, which has over 90% of the audience in India, is in the age group of from 15 to 25, right? And since we have the youngest audience on this particular platform, it is more refreshing, more in terms of the content moves on. Content is not stable. It's not stable here. The primary uses here in the business is storytelling. So Snapchat came with this option of storytelling, right? I believe everyone would be aware of that. That you can actually take a series of images or a video and then you can post it on your Snapchat profile, which actually would stay there. This particular story would stay there for 24 hours. So content needs to keep on moving. So after every 24 hours, what you can do is you can remove or you can add this thing. No, you can add a new story to it. Sharing behind the scenes and exclusive content, engaging and interacting directly with the fans. So you can actually interact directly with your fans here on Snapchat. Rohit, let's not discuss WhatsApp here. As I said, WhatsApp is a completely different platform. It is not a social media platform, right? So where there are various marketing no activities which happen on WhatsApp, but it is completely a different ball game altogether. So for specific groups, as in only corporates can have a WhatsApp group to interact or to market or to kind of help those help their end consumers, right? It is not a full-fledged marketing platform like we have these. Now there is a activity, a small one. What I would want you guys to do is how to choose the right social channels for your business presence. So if you have to create a business study, right? So what do you have in mind? What channels you feel should be good as per your business or as per the company which you are working for? If they don't have social media channels, what do you think they you should go for? Just think for this for 5 minutes, right? And then I will ping you on the chat and you tell me your answers. Just keep your answers to yourself. Note it down. I hope everyone carries a notebook with them when we are having the class, because we I will keep on doing such activities in between so that the class is more interacting and engaging, right? Apart from the theory, we'll have demo, we'll have videos and stuff, these activities. So keep a note, and once I ping you guys, then please let everyone know. Yes, guys, tell me. Guys, what's the confusion? I said that this is a. So I normally, when I take a break or I give you guys an activity, I put it on mute so that you don't, the class doesn't get disturbed because of rest, no noises. Yeah? Okay. Can I have your answers? Um, okay, 1 second. Let me just read out these. Okay, okay. Wonderful. Cakes and pastries, Facebook and Instagram. Wonderful e-commerce website, Facebook and Instagram. Beautiful. Has anybody picked up Snapchat as this thing? Okay, brilliant. So I guess this you guys are clear what each platform stands for and whether what platform we should took. No, we have taken the platform keeping in mind my business. So I think we are clear with this. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Love you people. Awesome. Very good. Brilliant. So now we go ahead. So now this activity actually help you to use your brain, right? Because normally what happens is that happened with me also. That at times when you begin or you sit in a class, you have a session which is going on where the trainer is just giving you telling you about this thing and you're not using your brains. So the brain tends to go off to sleep. And considering it's being a Sunday, so we must have had late nights, and now sitting up for a class, it's little difficult. Absolutely. So, Harpreet, that's exactly my point. We can create our social media strategy, objective, keeping in mind our business model, whether it's to reach out to B2C audience or it is to reach out to B2B audience. Right? Perfect. Very good class. So now this we come to an end to lesson 1. We quickly move to introduction to Facebook marketing, which is lesson 2. Right? Till lesson 1, we are clear. Okay. So now we start with a common glossary, a common definitions which are used on Facebook marketing. So we kind of have used such normal definitions, which is a profile, page, and group. So we all have a profile page, right? That's your personal page. We have a business page, and also we can create a group that can be a business group, a personal group, or a kind of a secret group. So we'll cover it in the Facebook detailed marketing session. Now, impressions is something, the number of times your post or ad has been shown, right, on someone else's timeline. So the number of times it has been shown, it's considered as impression. Reach is the number of people your post and ad has been shown to. So reach is something which you kind of push it via your ads. Impression is by default, it it is that the number of times your particular ad has been shown on the timeline. It is the impressions, right? So it is done the by the Facebook mechanism. It is done from the backend. Now, engagement is the total number of interactions. It can be via likes, comments, shares, clicks, video views, tags. All these impressions, all these interaction is considered to be as engagement. Now, we also have organic and paid reach. So, organic is primarily a reach where we talk about, where we say that's a normal post is an organic post, but if we boost any particular post, or if we boost our organic post, it becomes the paid post, right? So is impression counted as per click? No. So click is Sonali. Click is also as part of. You can have CPC, which is cost per click. So you have a click model also on Facebook, and you have a CPM model, which is cost per impression. And when there is a click on a particular video or your particular ad, this is going to be considered as an engagement, but not as a impression. Right. So I think GD pointed out really nice that that's actually an engagement. Impression is something wherein your particular post has been made visible on the timeline, on the home page, or on the timeline of Facebook. For example, let's take an example of Fab India, right? So for Fab India, if a particular ad has been created for Fab India, and that is being shown on the set of their 100 audience on the page, how many times it has been shown to the audience, it is considered to be impressions. But the kind of new audience who have been reached out to will be considered under reach, right? Did you got the difference? So Rohit, organic and paid is that a particular post, if it is not boosted, will be considered as a organic post. Like you can post anything. If you want to show a video, you want to talk about a product, create a social media post on Facebook, that's a normal post, that's an organic post. But it is organic is basically unpaid, and paid is paid when you add money to it to boost it to maximize your reach. Did you got that? Yes. Organic is always free of cost. Yes. And unpaid, so unpaid, organic, free post, all these things are synonyms for organic. Paid is paid, boosted post, right? So all this will come under your paid post. Yes, we pay to Facebook to boost our post. Not for all posts, but for specific posts which Facebook, which you feel that they have to be boosted. So I will give you a Facebook Insights demo, which is going to be in our next Sunday class, wherein things are going to be more clear, right? So I'm going to cover all these definitions again when we do a demo of Facebook and a detailed analysis of Facebook for insights and everything. Things are going to be very, very clear, right? Now, this is the interesting part. Facebook news feeds works. Understanding basically the algorithm, how it works is we go into the details. Now, tell me one thing: is your Facebook feed? Do you see updates in your Facebook feeds? Do you see all your friends post or your family post? What they have liked? Think about it and tell me. Right. Because, and why do you only see updates from selected friends and pages? Have you given it a thought anytime? Right, precisely. Exactly my point. Neeraj nailed it. The one I respond more I get from them only. Okay, so Abhinav, it is not the privacy settings, but it is the algorithmic settings what Facebook does at their end. You guys would be just hear this out, and you will be more amazed that how much Facebook works for us internally from the backend, right? Exactly, exactly. So now, why Facebook has an algorithm? Because they ensure that the users get to see the content they really want to see. As in, they also keep a track that they would want the same content to be shown to the audience or to the person who is who has liked, who has commented, or who's primarily got engaged with that content, right? So that is something which is there in Facebook's mind, or which is there in Facebook, that they will not engage, right, with every content and this thing, and they really want to see. So people, so they would like to filter the content which is coming to Facebook. Now, this is the fourth step process which Facebook follows. What stories have been posted by your friends and publishers, which will be categorized under inventory? Who posted this story, which is your signals? How likely are you to comment on the story, which is going to be predictions, and relevant score, which is the score. So that is the four-step process which Facebook follows, amongst which signals is the most prioritized, right? You will be amazed to know that Facebook's newsfeed algorithm takes into account 1 lakh signals. Signals is as in they keep seeing what or how many times whose post has been updated. Facebook's algorithms gives preference to content from friends, as rightly put by Neeraj. Family over content from pages, as in they will keep giving you preference if the content has come from a friends or families. How often the user has interacted with the page posting the update, previous negative feedback on the page, as well as if there is any spam post, if you've not liked the post, right? So they will keep all this in mind. Engagement is driven by how share worthy is the post is, how many people are writing long and thoughtful comments on the post, what is the engagement rate, what's there, overall engagement a post already has, right? They'll also map the negative feedback on the post, whether the post has been into spam or stuff, and average time spent on the post. Some of the key signals which FB considers are also apart from the above, which is when the update was posted, which is how recently the post was published, friend tags, how many tags you have done on a particular post, recent comment from a friend who has commented on the post, post type can be past user interaction with the same post type, right? How informative or useful the post is. And on basis of these signals, Facebook calculates a relevant score and ranks your content. So now if I have to see these three content pieces, 1.4 is been given to this piece, then zero point 0.7 and 1.2, and then you get a placement. And obviously the content, the Facebook which gives the maximum score to a particular content piece would be shown to you first, then the second one, and the third, right? Okay, lots of questions here on the chat window. Let me answer it. So not we only pay when we want many people to reach, and especially when we have something really important like sales or seminar to promote. Yes. So primarily it is when you need to showcase anything on Facebook. You have your sales target. You need to promote or brand, do a branding for your a particular product range. Then you go ahead. doing your boosting your post. So there are various objectives to that. The one I respond more, I get on privacy settings, no, because I like our show. So Facebook filters out every person's interest through a algorithm. Yes, and most importantly, they will keep a track of each and every fans, friends, and families, the kind of posts they are generating. Exactly. So if you are interacting with a friend or a relative or a family, you are liking it and you are getting engaged with that particular post or with that friend's post, Facebook will figure out that these are the friends you would like to interact or talk to, and you would love to continue the discussion with them. Right? At times, what happens is there were like Candy Crushes updates which are coming. I was like, not accepting it, and I kind of put mentioned it openly in the timeline that please stop sending me Candy Crush invites. And Facebook noticed that. Until that, after I think a year or so, I've stopped getting such kind of posts. So Facebook keeps a tab on everyone's, uh, I'll say, the digital activity, what is happening. So does the face in the post is given higher priority? Sonali, I didn't got your question. Face as in you means the faces, the images which you're using. And Rochik has written, why Facebook block my page if I share my post more than 5 groups? Rochak, I don't understand your question as in you're saying that Facebook has blocked your page because how many posts were you getting? What was the fan ratio in your, how many followers you had on your page? So, Sonali, it has to talk about primarily your family, your places which you visited, and looks like more emotionally connected post. And rather than you sharing some posts which are not even related to know yourself or your whereabouts. So Facebook will give preference to that. It's not because of just that it is an individual post. So it would, if you are the, if you have friends post also, then it is just an example what we have given here. It might be the case that we have not seen here, that what is the interaction level here on this individual post 1.4, which has got the maximum posting. It might be the case that there is more engagement which is happening irrespective the other two posts. So that can be this thing. Now, only post content that contributes positively to the user's experience on Facebook, we should go ahead posting the most of that, right? We should avoid posting irrelevant content, which is just to make our page active, and irrespective of that, no, we are posting it in random. So we kind of saying that just for the heck of posting, let's not post content, but we should keep on posting content which is much likable by the user, which adds to a lot of engagement also, right? because we just covered above in the above slides the other processes for signal, like what if you are having content which is coming from your likable friends. I've covered all the signals, the steps. Understanding organic reach on Facebook. Now, after we have seen how the organic newsfeed stuff works, we get to a understanding on the organic reach on Facebook. What is organic reach? Organic reach is the number of people who see your content without the paid distribution, right? This was the confusion which we had here. So, organic reach is something wherein it does not involve any kind of money, right? It can be any video, it can be a normal post, it can be a normal share this thing, but it is not involving any kind of page distribution. Abhinav, if you post random content, you need to have a strategy in mind, right? You need to have a content strategy in mind before you start posting anything on social. Until unless you don't have a strategy in mind, Facebook will not be able to understand what audience you are reaching, what exactly your business page is saying, right? So you need to have a strategy. You can't do random posts like that. The objective has to be very clear. Now, organic reach on Facebook has been declining because they are also pushing up their model of getting maximum reach on a much better reach via paid promotions, right? So on a larger, if I see most of the brand Facebook pages, their organic reach is declining because more and more content is being created and shared every day, because it Facebook also consider the fact that they also the rack space there, they also have a limited space, right, for the news feed. So now, as well as the time and everything is also getting too much, time has been taken to filter all these this thing, and every consider about that there are 2601 how many fans we saw, right? So many fans, so many followers, people, active million users, going every going through so many profiles, like 200 million profiles, screening through all the 1 lakh signals. Can you see what kind of depth of data we are talking about? So now Facebook also is saying that let's not only focus on organic reach, let's also look at putting that organic, getting that reach via paid promotions also. So space is less, time, it takes a lot of time in screening the content. Competition in the newsfeed is increasing, and obviously every piece of content wants to have the first place. So newsfeed algorithm is designed to show each person on Facebook only content that's most relevant to them. So this ensures that people are most active and engaged with stories that appear on the newsfeed. So did you got this point? Is this clear? That Facebook will ensure that the content which is posted on the newsfeed or it is shown on the stories, people are getting associated, people are relating to that piece of content and getting engaged with. Yeah, you can sell on Facebook. Facebook has come up with a new module which is marketplace, so you can sell, buy anything. Officially you can do, if you have an account at Facebook you can do that. Now, Facebook has become more of a pay to play platform, which is, if you really want to reach your target audience on Facebook, you'll need to supplement your organic efforts, the kind of content which want to paste, with paid advertising, right? So, your content would be furnished with the paid model. Create awesome share worthy content and then promote it. So, now that's the key thought here, that you cannot do a random posting. You should not try to just keep posting for the heck of it, right? Try to create something which is like or promote something which is more usable, readable, share worthy, right? So through ads to reach the right audience, and when your audience shares the content, it will gain organic reach. So with this we come to an end to lesson 2, and we gradually now move to lesson 3, which is very interesting part of this module, which is creating content for social media. Now this will give you guys tips also, what kind of content can be created, and most of the brands are creating, which actually attracts a lot of attention, and lot of users also spend more time viewing this content, sharing this content, and primarily getting engaged with this content. Yes, so uh, guys, I can understand the excitement because this is the first class, but as I said that the next class, which is going to be for Facebook marketing and advertising, the entire class or 3.5 hour session is going to be for Facebook. I'll take you through the Facebook insights, how we can track each and every post, how we can determine the best time to post, how we can determine the audience, segregated demographic, everything. All your questions are going to be answered, right? So whatever little snapshot of Facebook we are teaching today is going to be detailed or multiplied 4 times in the next class. So hold your excitement till then. If it is not answered, I am there. I'm not running away. Right? I'll keep on answering your questions. Okay? Should I continue now? Okay, great, great. So here is something which we talk about, and here is something which we say that content is the foundation of every social media strategy, right? If we are not strong with our content, there is no successful social media strategy which is going to be there for my uh, any social media channels. So it's basically, if you can if you can see from the image here, if I have to take it as a tree for success, a growth tree for a successful social media strategy, what is there in the root? It is the content which we seed in, right? So now creating great content starts with obviously understanding my audience, right? Who is the audience for your business? Like I said in the beginning of the class, what kind of content would they find useful? Will it be fun or valuable to share that content? Please try to put yourselves into your audience shoe. Try to see whether they are going to like the content. If you get to see this content on your timeline, will you feel it shareable enough to share it with your audience, right? Or will it be like you can ignore it? If you feel that it is shareable in it, please go ahead, right? Now a small activity again, pick up your pens and your notebooks and write down the top 5 activities that as a typical user you would do on Facebook. And as a hint, I would say that you forget that you all are marketers. Think like you are a user. You have come to know about this new social media platform, which is Facebook. What will you do first 5 things on Facebook? Okay, your time starts now. Think over it and ping me in 5 minutes. I'm here, guys. Okay. Guys, just think, don't write here, just think before and write it in your notebook, and then when I ping, then you can tell me one by one. Tell me, guys. Okay, good one. I think most of you have entered figuring out who to connect, finding out of friends, connect with them, share the photos, share your watching videos, right? So now this is what we do, right? As a typical Facebook user, we will chat using Messenger play games. chat using Messenger, we play games, get entertained by watching and sharing videos, like most of you mentioned, stay up to date with news and interesting articles, connect with friends and family, right? And share your own updates and pictures, and also do check-ins. So fantastic. I think most of you have added the attributes of being a first time user for Facebook. Now users only engage with content which adds value to their lives, right? This is a fact which we all should abide with. And value doesn't only mean improving the quality of lives, but which is making users think, have have fun, learning something, learn something, making them connect to people, relate to something, feel something. All this is value, right? Can you see the difference? Can you actually relate to it, that what actually value is in true sense? If you're not connecting with your audience, if you're not trying to flow with their emotional connect with the brand, what kind of content or what we are doing is not good, right? We need to connect with our audience well. So now here the key approach to content marketing should be that we need to be being social. Think like a user and not like a marketer. Put yourself into your consumers or the end uh, audience shoe, and then try to write about it, right? Focus on adding value to your users rather than just making a sale of your products, right? So you have to think from the brand's point of view as a consumer, but not as a marketer. Because if you think like a marketer, what you will keep imposing is keep selling your products. Now this is what I mentioned in the initial, just a half an hour back also, that try to position yourself. If I was the target customer for my brand, would I find this content useful, fun, or valuable enough that I will take that pain to share it with my friends? If you know the answer is yes, then only go ahead with that content, or you need to rework on the content till you feel confident with the content, right? So as a key learning, we understand that for any social platform, understand, know and love your audience, who are present there most widely on spread across all your social channels, which is the story which will connect well, right? Which is that content which will strike a chord with them, right? On social media, people want stories, not marketed content. So find something that resonates with them and engage effectively. The story, the content which you are posting has to be kind of that connection, the connect with the audience at the end of the day, so that it kind of engages well, it kind of resonates well with the brand audience as well as the content. So as a keynote, we say that you should focus on creating useful, only share worthy content. Okay. Now after, after we have learned and we have seen that what kind of content it is to be promoted on social media, guys, I would request everyone to please go on mute because it is little disturbing for me to take the class. Yes, you can do it. If you have to promote any product, you can take the story form, you can portray your brand and create a story out of it. The more it will look more real, and it will connect really well with your target audience that ways. Why do people share on social media? Understanding the psychology of social sharing. So where it all started, we have all studied in history about the Stone Age, right? From the Stone Age to the Cape. So we started up with the ape stage, right? From when we were apes, we used to write on the cave walls. Now from cave walls, so we love people love sharing content, right? So now from the cave walls, we have moved to a level wherein we have FB walls, right? So we are writing content here, we are showcasing it here, and now we have moved to a next level, which is FB walls. Here are some metrics which says there was a study which was done by the New York Times. Why do people share content? To bring valuable and entertaining content to others, 49% say that sharing allows them to inform others of the content, right? Of keeping them at par to the entertainment, the products which they care about. 68% believe that it helps them define themselves to others. It gives them a better sense of who they are and what they are into, right? So that's the kind of ideology which people have. 78% percentage of people feel that it is necessary to share information online to grow and nourish relationships. Guys, can you hear me? There was a power cut, so I think we just lost each other for a minute. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? अरे डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया है यार मेरे इतनी देर से. Hello, can you hear me? Sorry guys, there was a power cut. Uh, are you able to hear me properly? Great. So we said that 78% of of the people, they believe that if they have to to grow and nourish relationships further, they have to share their information online, right? To be connected with others, and it's always good to be staying in touch with the people around. For self fulfillment, 69% believe that information needs to be, it allows to feel them more involved in the world on top of the things, right? 84% to the believe that to get the word out about causes, it is it is believed that the content is shared and there is a spread of voice which is happening. What is a no for, Didi? Why have you written no? You can't hear me? Now, the key ingredients in content that works, the content first has to be inspiring, it has to be informative and educative, it can be entertaining, and fourthly, and the most important, it has to trigger emotions whether people should be able to resonate well with any brand and connect themselves how the brand has to be. So, here comes the thing that storytelling is the key, right? As we discussed that great marketing always has a great storytelling at its heart. Why storytelling? Because then that way it's connecting really well with the brand. It is connecting very well with the audience at the end of the day. Measuring content effectiveness. This particular content, how we are marrying it with the metrics is defined here. In terms of metrics would be only dependent on our objective for a particular campaign. So now if my objective is brand awareness and engagement, so then the content metrics have to be number of shares, number of comments, video views, number of likes, post clicks, cost per engagement, fan follower growth. And if my objective is traffic, leads, or sales, then my content strategy along with the metrics is going to be link clicks. How many clicks have happened on that particular website link which is being shared as part of my campaign? Quality of traffic, which is time on page and bounce rate. How much time has been spent on that particular page, right, by the users? What's the bounce rate like? Whether they have stayed there for a while or they've just moved away. leads and the sales which have been generated via my campaign. Now I will run you through some of the engaging content examples which the brands have used, right? And you'll see what kind of phenomenal work they have done. Okay, so first comes with a Zomato ad, which is a fun content, right? And just go through this. Can you see this? Should I more zoom in? Is it visible, more visible to you? Go through the content and see what you feel about this. Why do you think that this particular content piece, this particular banner, were able to give them 34,000 shares? Why do you think that was they were able to do this thing? No, PPT is not stuck. Okay, yeah, it speaks to the niche, and it speaks a very, very connectable topic, which is, I think, most of us who are vegetarians, we always get that brushing from non-vegetarians, अरे क्या घास फूस खा रहे हो, right? So there are things which vegetarians are tired of hearing. Can you see all these claims which have been done? You don't know what you're missing on. You know, this one time, even I didn't eat meat and this thing for whole days. If you care about animals so much, why are you eating their food? Okay, see the kind of claims which have been done, right? Don't you think that it is a very, very relatable topic, right? Any vegetarian would relate it that yes, I was also poked one point of time from my non-vegetarian friends, or the non-vegetarians with connected ki yes, how I pulled leg off my friends when we were sitting for a dinner or stuff. It is so relatable. And can you, from a marketing point of view, after all this engagement and stuff, what is the benefit which the brand will get? Let me see who can figure that out. Okay, I think most of you have kind of given the reason for it, but Ashwin nailed it. Ashwin said that vegetarian will reach Zomato for their food. Actually, it is both ways. If you see, there have people who have interacted here. There have been 39,000 plus likes, 34,000 shares. So Zomato will be able to figure out who are their vegetarian audience, and they could actually target only those 40,000 people. It's a huge audience. they can actually target to those set of people and show their vegetarian deals or vegetarian meals. So they have actually got a free database. Can you see that? How smartly they can actually do a any marketing activity without free. 40,000 is a huge database. Likewise, the vegetarian audience will also reach out to Zomato for vegetarian dishes. Hmm? Moving on, some of the fun, humorous, relatable content. So we have all seen Andaz Apna Apna, happily unmarried, keep coming up with humorous content. So they took Andaz Apna Apna and they picked up the best dialogues which are still known to us and they created posts with this. And then the thing what they've written is that if you are an Andaz Apna Apna fan, you will totally relate to this, right? Which got them close to 29,000 shares. Something what they did on, again, happily unmarried. Sometimes animals say it better. So they have picturized an Indian wedding where we all stand for a group photo. Every girl in the wedding with makeup. When the photographer clicks us only while you are eating, right? This happens with everyone, right? Then the Varmala ceremony, the bride and the groom. Such beautifully done. We have some brands like Amul which captures data on a most trending topic. So they are this is known as topical post. So when Sindhu won us the Rio, uh, they came out with Sindustan Hamara. So they showcased and wished Sindhu on the post itself on the social media platform. Over the dispute of Doklam, Amul again came up with Chini Kam Karo. So they are often seen coming up with their topical content. So Sonali, if you saying that if you have see humor is never taken into a wrong sense. So you can subtly place your humor. If you are into a business of printing, right? So what you can do is you have to connect to the emotions. You can actually come up with wishing your customers on different occasions, right? If there is a Mother's Day, you can actually come up with a nice emotional content piece which connects with your with that moment with that particular occasion and you can say that why print out or create a mug or create something, create a calendar of the most golden memories you have shared with your parents, with mothers, right? So we can actually share something which connects really well with our parents that point of time. Likewise, like we have this content which says, do you think that we should brand should wish on festivals and why? Same question and same answer because it really connects well with all our consumers. Okay, people feel that we are celebrating it together with a brand. So brand get the PG involved the audience involved while kind of any occasion, any celebration, you feel that yes. So we were trying to primarily break it up, break the silence between a brand and an audience, while decorating it, while celebrating it with the audience on any occasion and stuff. So guys, let's do. It's 11:45. We'll break now, right? And we can come back at 12:05, a 20 minutes break. So you guys can also grab your breakfast. I'll also go and grab my one. So it's 11:45 right now. We will connect back. We'll connect back at 12:10. Okay. So let's take a 20-25 minutes break. In the meantime, if you have any queries, any issues also, so people can connect me before 5 minutes, which is at 12:05. So in 5 minutes, I can handle the queries. In the meantime, people come back and we start the class at 12:10. Right? Okay. So I'm putting myself on mute now so that there are no this thing. If you have any issues, anything, please write it on the chat box. Okay. Okay, so welcome back, guys. Akshat has a range of questions. Akshat says, Akshat, nahi, Akash, how frequent the content needs to be posted to connect with the right audience, how to create a hyper loop of people that we connected on Facebook to with Twitter and other social platform by connecting with same people. It's not tomato, it's Zomato slide. Is it organic one or these? Okay, so To begin with your first question, content can be posted. No, no, it is not started. I am just answering Akash's questions. So, content, I think I am audible. Guys, am I audible? Akash, please check the connection at your end. Okay, audible. Great. So, Akash has raised some questions. He has mentioned how frequent. So, how frequent are we looking at posting the connect, posting the content to connect with the right audience. So that goes, if you have to post on Facebook, your one post is equal to five tweets on Twitter. So it's 1:5, right? So whether if you post one post in a week, sorry, in a day, so your week would be seven posts or six posts if you're not working on Sunday, but it has to connect really well, right? So here the quality should be over the quantity, right? So that is something which we look at. Now, secondly, we how to create a hyperloop. So at time what happens is when you are connecting friends on Facebook, you already have a list of friends and you log on to your Twitter or Instagram, there automatically social media platforms connect each platform amongst themselves, right? Algorithmically, they are connected. So they themselves will prompt you that would you like to add your Facebook friends, right? So you can add those, and then it would create a same hyperloop between all the people who are present on all your social media channels. Now, guys, I've not started with the class for slides. I'm just answering Akash's questions. So it's still the I'm still on the same slide. I will start from the same slide only, right? Now the third question, Zomato Zomato did had an organic and a paid together to reach to this level. Obviously, organically you can't reach 34,000 share. And put yourself into mute. My third question is, so my third has already question has been already answered, that Zomato use organic plus paid, right, to drive to this kind of number. And coming to your fourth, can you please give us few examples, suggestions on pages which creates engaging? So I'm actually doing that before the break. We did started up with content. Now I wanted to show you the examples, some videos post the break, right? Akash, are you clear with your questions? Okay, most welcome. Rohit says that I'm not a very social media savvy. I did not check my FB account for last 3 to 4 months. I hope I don't fall behind compared to other participants. Rohit, that's actually a personal choice. But since I feel that you are part of the class, you have actually spent money to learn or groom yourself into digital marketing. So that goes without saying that you are not interested to kind of learn digital marketing. So I think you cannot actually leave aside these social media platforms for 3 months and 4 months and then come back, because there should not be a gap. Okay. Rochak, please check your voice settings, because I think I am audible enough to the entire class. Please check your settings. Right. So I think just not have that feeling that others are going to be no, they'll increase in terms of their knowledge and interactivity. You need to be at par to them. Figure out time and be internet savvy. If you were here, otherwise you would have not spent that much of money, right? You would have not taken up this course if you would have not had that interest of understanding what digital marketing is, right? So I believe you should not run away from digital marketing. Digital marketing is the key now, is the way to live now, to be connected with so many people, right? So you should not shy away using digital marketing. Rochak, however, I put you on mute because there was a lot of sound coming from your end, right? So I think, am I audible now to you? Great. Thank you so much, Rohit. And now we start with some of the examples. So we say that yes, we should wish our customers on specific occasions, right? And like what we did for the flying elephant, they kind of celebrated and they celebrated all the Indian heroes who helped us getting the republic. So this was a GIF which was created, right? And we had images for Mahatma Gandhi, we had images for Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, we had Sarojini Naidu. So all were coming by default, one by one. Likewise, we had creative from Urban Tree, right, where we have this woman. We are saying that to the woman who hold our homes together, literally, and they were wishing the woman of the family a very happy Mother's Day. Then there was another example by Tata Dukumu, when they tried to celebrate a leap year, which was after 4 years, you get an extra day in the month of Feb, and they're saying when there is an extra day in the year, it's a Monday, and the day which has come, the extra day is a Monday. So the kind of disappointment which is being shown, disappointment which is being shown, uh, no, by the brand. So this is something fun element which has been added. Oh, you work for Tata Docomo. Wonderful. And Himanshu asked, is content the king for social media marketing, or there are other factors? Definitely, content remains the king for any social media marketing or any marketing objective activity, right? And plus there has to be a strong strategy which needs to flow for any digital marketing campaign. Until and unless there is a focus area, there is a strategy, our content marketing activities will go haywire, right? As well as social media activities. Now, I will quickly show you some of the content which the brands have worked on, and they have really, really been able to capture the audience very well. So, this is a, I'm just placing some links here, guys. So, Rochak, what is wrong with your connection? I think there is something wrong with your connection because is everyone able to hear my voice? Only Rochak is not able to hear. Is everyone able to hear my voice? So, Rochak, I think there is some connection. Are you connected with? Yeah, do this. Please leave the meeting and join again. Or are you connected with web or mobile? If you're connected with mobile, please try a web version. If you're connected with web, try a mobile version. In the meantime, what I'm doing is I am pasting these links. I am pasting these links for you guys, right? So I'll be playing some of the demo videos. Okay, so this one goes for Ixigo, for which they captured the 11 unusual beaches on Earth which one should visit. Okay, I request everyone to go on mute. Only I would have my speaker on. Do you want me to mute you from here? Himanshu, please go on mute, please. Thank you. No, so Neeraj, these links are there because I'm going to play. If you feel that you're not able to hear, you can play it at your end also. This is for your reference. Okay, so I start with my first one, which is the Exigo one. Exigo came up with this uh, particular content piece which showed them in phenomenal amount of reach, right? And people love their creative.
Your life will be set for you. In 50
In the similar way, like they came for their unusual beaches, they created videos for unusual hotels, world coolest taxis, right? So, like we say, that you when you find success with one thing, replicate it, right? Try to build it again so that you should get success every here and then. Yeah, for so this also kind of gave them a lot of shares. Another example on the information educative tips kind of a video. So this was done by Blossoms, and it covered 12 million shares. So this is something which people love to add, share, right? This was a video created for tips for moms to make their babies sleep. Check out this one.
time seems short, but for heaven's sake, just me now. So sleep now. It's a cure for all your sleep now. You don't want to stop because there's things to do, but for both of our sakes, why don't you have a snooze? Or forget the booze. There's pleasure in slumber and it's fun to know. So snuggle down now, you crazy little chap. So sleep now. It's a cure for all your sleep.
different tips, whichever works for the baby. Can you see the content? Amazing content. See this one. Very information content in a very humorous way. Right? This is what how to learn Hyderabadi.
Au, nakku, potti, potta, 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 tereku, mereku, mama, mama, kaiku, 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 जरा हल्लू चलो हल्लू हल्लू लाइट ले क्या होना काली पीली अब भी जादू चिल्लर चिल्लर हौला क्या मैं हौला दिख रू ना तेरे को क्या तो भी आइए क्या मामू क्या बात करते तुम किधर जा रहे रे
Same kind of videos. Ixigo also did how to learn Bengali, how to learn Malayalam, how to learn Punjabi, how to learn Tamil. Right? Check out this one.
সত্যি কি করছো ফাটাফাটি ফাটাফাটি আমি তুমি মেয়ে ছেলে মাথা খারাপ সর্বনাশ সর্বনাশ তোমার নাম কি কোথায় যাচ্ছ
Likewise, information led content which was done by Axis Bank, right? How well the content can be delivered, the the important information can be delivered, videos can be
मैं पहली
created.
बार इतना डर रहा हूँ कैमरा के सामने इसीलिए थोड़ा नहीं लेकिन ये इम्पोर्टेंट बात है करायला पाहिजे नमस्कार मैं संजय वाघमारे मैं प्रकाश तांडेल
मैं प्रज्ञा देसाई
आज हम आपको एक बहुत जरूरी बात बताने वाले हैं वैसे तो हम कितने सारे ताले लगाते हैं मकान पर दुकान पर
तिजोरी पे 2 चाबी वाला ताला
रिमोट कंट्रोल से खुलने वाला फोन पे पैटर्न वाला
लेकिन वक्त आने पर हम एक जरूरी ताला लगाना भूल जाते हैं
अगर फोन पर कोई आपसे आपका एटीएम पिन मांगे तो लगा लो ताला और अगर कोई आपसे आपका सीवीवी मांगे
तब
और अगर कोई ओटीपी मांगे बरोबर लगाइए
मुंह पे ताला
याद रखिए
आपका बैंक कभी आपसे आपका एटीएम पिन
सीवीवी और ओटीपी जैसे डिटेल्स नहीं मांगता और अगर किसी ने ये डिटेल्स मांगे
तो लगा
मुंह पे ताला
Some of the video content which connects really well with the audience. Check out this one from Practo. Akash, I'll come back to your question.
दर्द में, हर चोट में। बताओ, पहले किसे याद किया? जब लगती थी आग पेट में या खाने में करते थे जल्दी, हर बार जलने पर उसे याद किया। जब फिसले थे कदम या लड़खड़ाए ये बदन, उठते ही उसे याद किया। जब आया वक्त हंसी छुपाने का, याद था दर्द बचपन जाने का। हर दहलीज पे उसे याद किया। वो जिससे भागते थे हम दूर, या जिसकी चुभन है अब हमें मंजूर। हर सुई के साथ उसे याद किया। बचपन में गिरते गिरते उसे याद किया। इस उम्र में भी उठते उठते उसे याद किया। हर दर्द में, हर चोट में पहले तो माँ को ही याद किया। To the first doctor you ever called, Happy Mother's Day from Practo। क्या आज उसे याद किया?
Doesn't this video connect well with the audience? I believe after seeing this thing, everyone would have, for a moment, felt that no, you must have got that gulp in your throat after seeing this video. This is something which connects well, right? This is something as a video, as the video content which is emotional. It's a storytelling. Do you see the way it's told you the story that before you reach out to your doctor, please let's appreciate and wish our first doctors who have been there in our lives, which is our mother, right? Absolutely. And Akash, coming back to your question, most of the banks, most of the services which is B2C, everywhere you will get negative comment, negative vibe. But as Sonam rightly mentioned, all same thing, I would like to tell you that that's the reason why these brands try to take up topics which is something which actually will try to subside down their negative comments, right? They will connect really well with the brand per se. That brand is thinking from the consumer's point of view, right? So if you see that they have taken this, that from a brand point of view they are taking an initiative of informing everyone that please do not share your CVV details, do not share such details with any stranger, with anyone, because bank will never ask for these details. So I believe that it is not it's not harmful for any brand to go through such details. They should look at working on such video content, right? And videos works really good on social media. Now this is something which actually the video which was created for a cause where a transgender which is Lakshmi, she adopts a girl and she takes her as her own child, right? So which is caring for families for generations. It's a caring point of thing which came out as a cause, right? So now content that stands for cause, again one more uh, reason wherein Mirinda came out with this concept that teenagers feel that at times parents are pressurizing them for the lot of under a lot of pressure for to flare in the exams. So they came up with a hashtag campaign which was release the pressure. Yeah, let's watch this video.
Dear Amma and Appu, you know I am very shy. And it has taken a lot of courage to write this letter. So please listen to me.
Exams are near, and I'm scared. But not from the exam pressure, but from the pressure from you.
I know I did not do well last time, but believe me, I'm working really hard this time.
You only talk about competition and marks. I feel like I don't have a life anymore.
I have a limited capacity, you know. I can't study continuously for 10 hours in one go.
Sometimes मैं आप दोनों से इतना डर जाती हूँ that I find myself in tears. I feel very suffocated, and I just want to get away from it all.
I don't understand why you don't let me meet my friends. I feel trapped.
I know you really care about my studies and get angry at me for not studying. Do you know, I really try hard.
I get tired after studying. I want to watch football on TV, but the TV connection is cut. Please don't come to check on me inside my room after every half an hour. It really bugs me and steals my concentration.
You've become a stranger to me. I get a rumbling feeling in my tummy, like I'm going to faint.
Baba, even when you're with me, it's like आप मेरे साथ नहीं हो. आप अभी भी अपनी ऑफिस के बारे में सोच रहे हो.
You look so stressed during my exams that it makes me nervous.
आप सबके सामने प्लीज मुझे निशियांत की बेटी के साथ कंपेयर मत करो.
Appa, why can't we be a normal house?
You always scream and scold me. I haven't slept for nights after getting yelled at by you.
Sometimes it's so frustrating that I feel like locking myself in the bathroom and not talking to anyone.
I know you two really love me and are really concerned about me.
But still, sometimes, just let me be.
मेरा दम घुटता है. I feel like please don't demotivate. I get it from school and from my classes and then from you.
And I'm thankful and privileged to be your daughter. But please try to understand me. Thank you, man. Your little boy.
One day, I'll make both of you proud. Please help me. Love you, Ma. Love you, Pa.
Yours, Tina. Yours.
Again, a very, very emotional message delivered such in a beautiful way. This campaign really did well. It actually helped to bridge that gap between the teenagers and their parents. Yeah, and so this is how, that's what I mentioned, that we should, as a key learning, only create content that would either get users to share it, tag their friends in it, or comment on it, right? So we should try not to pull out or pull any content, and we say that any ordinary piece of content is posted on the post, and we urge the users to actually share it, participate in the contest, and kind of possibly win the piece. So that actually brings them in the engagement page. And nowadays what Facebook is doing is they are penalizing the content which is driving a lot of engagement bait. Like for example, see this one, that if you refer to 10 of your friends, you will get a new convertible BMW. How can you give a BMW convertible to? No, it's not a joke that gifting a BMW convertible to people who are just referring 10 friends of theirs. So by this, Facebook is no kind of blocking or blacklisting the brands who are doing this kind of a posting. With this, we come to the end of lesson 3, and now we will move to lesson 4, which is tools for creation of content. So there are online tools for creating and editing images. Some of the tools are Canva, Snapper, Adobe Spark, Stencil, Trello, and BeFunky. Right? In these tools, some of these tools are freemium, which is free, and they are free and premium tools, and the others are paid. Tools like Legend, Viva Video, and Adobe Spark are free tools which we can use to create content for our social media posts. Right? We have Animoto, Magisto, Podtoon, and VideoScribe, as well as Wave Video as paid tool. Now, what we'll do is we'll take a quick demo of the Canva tool. Right? Let's try to make an image on Canva, right? And then we will also convert it into a GIF. So, guys, this is canva.com. This is canva.com, right? What you can do is this is a free tool. You all can create a login, and as part of your task, you would be asked to create your social media post and stuff, right? Now I click on, and this particular tool gives me a flexibility of creating any kind of uh, create presentation, poster, Facebook cover, Instagram post. So I click on create a design. We will kind of make a post, static post for first for a social media post, and then I will show you how to create a GIF. So let's take Facebook post. Now we can take this post and we say thank you teachers, or let's take this one, creativity is intelligence, having fun, right? Now if this is a social media post and I need to make changes to it, so I can change my content. I can say before you look before you leap, right? let's say anonymous, or you can write the author's name, like I write my. Here you can change the image, the font. We can increase, we can reduce, whatever. Let's use yeah, you can change this. You can again place it here, beautify it while using maybe we can increase the content, we can make it to 72. You can change, create a spacing. You can add your logo here, right? If you want to add your logo, you can add your logo, and this becomes my post, social media post. So this can be a simple quote post. If you want, you can add images like this one, right? You can have an image post here where the less of content. So you can basically use it as the way you want it, right? And wherever you can see a free written here, you can use those images. If you have to search more, then you can search in this 1 lakh plus images, which you have to pay or buy those images, right? Now if I have to create different frames of this, right, so I will keep on adding. I'll say copy this page, so this covers into second page, right? Then I have to, since I have to create a GIF, so GIF basically is a combination of 4 5 frames, right? So then I create another frame 3, I create another frame 4, and then I could change my content accordingly in my 4 frames, right? So this is how we can create a single post, and we can also create the frameworks for my GIF. Now let us look at an example for GIF, which I did for my previous classes also. So this is a post which was created by Canva, wherein I said that I have a store boutique which is known as Shopper's Stop. Not Shopper's Stop, it is Shopper's Shop. And I am coming out with a clearance sale, I say up to 50% off. And then there are various CTA, which is call to action, which I'm driving, which is I'm trying to invite it, right? Trying to invite my audience by announcing my various collection. So I say the summers are here, so where are you, right? My second image says shirts formals. Can you see only the message? My sale message remains the same. This plus this is changing. Shirt formals, summers are here, where are you? Third frame says sexy linen. Fourth says breezy cottons. Fifth says mix and match. So there is no compulsion that you have to go by the same set. You can actually mix and match, right? If you have to find free images, because you can just type it on Google, you will get splash, you will get free stock images, right? Many links will come and you can actually select and use that. Now we have taken these images, so now there are 5 frames which have been created, right? Okay. After this, I go on to easygif.com. So easygif.com is a site, is a free site wherein I could create free gifs for my social media platforms, right? Neeraj, I'm telling you how to make a gif. Just wait. So now the my images, the frames for my gifs were created, which I showed you from Canva, right? I have saved those images. I have saved those frame in a folder and I've kept aside on my dashboard. Now I come on to easygif.com. Okay, and here I say gif maker. Choose or select images to choose a file which would get uploaded and make a gif. So I choose this. I choose my file, right? This is the file which I've selected. I click here and I say upload and make a gif. I click on this and I say upload and make a gif. Okay, so now there are 5 images which are there. For creating a GIF, it will ask me about how much time do I want to keep aside for every frame. So it says 20 delay, which is fine. So I'll say 20-second delay, or should I make it as 25? The next one comes as 30, then again 30. So this is the time which it will take to quickly show me the image, right? And now I say make a lip. You can also put effects, crossfade frames, don't stack frames, so you can actually put these. So can you see this? The GIF is created. This is how a GIF is created. Can you see the difference from a normal static post to a GIF? Sonali, it is just an example what I'm showing. If you want, you can keep 2 seconds, 3 seconds, depending on that, right? So you can buy. If I would have kept less seconds, it would not be the creative would have not been that visible enough, right? So you can change that. So this is the GIF which has been created, which I got it as an MP4. anything between 15 seconds to 25, or even for the entire this thing it can be 30 seconds or 35 seconds, or you can keep a gap. So in anything between 25 to 30 seconds is good. Most welcome. So guys, with this we come to an end to the session, and we what we have learned in this section, we'll just go through it. Why should marketers care about social media? An introduction to various social media platforms, Facebook marketing terminology, right? uh, the Facebook newsfeed algorithm and how it works, what is organic reach on Facebook, why it is declining and how to deal with it, how to approach content marketing on social media, the psychology of social sharing, how to measure content effectiveness, how different brands have created share worthy content for their social media, and how to use online tools to creating content for social media. So with this, we come to an end to the our first class, our first section for social media marketing, Facebook terminologies, content marketing on content strategy on social media. Right? I would want everyone to go through the recordings, to go through the class recording, what has been done today. Now coming to the tasks, guys, you have to create a Facebook page. Right? This is your week one task. So create a Facebook page which should have, you can use the tools, right, which has been for content creation. So you can use Canva to create your page cover image, your social profile, basic static post, and which will help you to beautify your page. So image editing tools, Rohit, we have already discussed. It can be Canva, Legend, or Adobe Spark. So Adobe Spark we would be covering in it when we come to the video making class. Yes, creating the FB page is the task for each one. Great, thank you so much, guys. Now before you say bye bye, there's this feedback link. This is the feedback link, and please give me the feedback for today's class. Right? Thank you so much, Rohit, and thank you so much, class. Please give me the feedback before you log off. And can in the meantime, those who have questions, please put them on the chat window. Rest can keep on filling up their forms. Another thing is that I can see there are many participants today for this class. I have around I have 26 participants, so 26 minus me, 1, 25. So I want 25 feedbacks, guys, okay? And I want everyone to share their tasks also. Uh, I will come to the questions one by one. So, Akash, the ratio is, it's basically 1 is to 5. So if 1 for FP, is to 5 tweets for Twitter. Or you can look at, if Twitter, if you're looking at a on the larger end, you can look at 1 is to 3 also. 1 is to 5 would be primarily 3 fresh plus 2 retweets, right? So best editing platforms, as I mentioned, Canva can be used as one. You can look at Adobe Spark also, which would help you editing the images. Ashwin, these sites, these particular tasks are going to be on your LMS. I believe your coordinators, you would ask them to give you an access. You must have got their LMS login details. There only you will find all the recordings by trainer's name. You can go to my page, you can see the recordings as well as your tasks for week. Yeah. Thank you so much, Harpreet. So primarily, you can create your own page. You can, if you have a website, yeah, or you can create your own blog site, or you can create a Facebook page. So you can use Canvas. People who already have their existing business pages can continue using that, right? You can just create different social media posts via using Canva, which will give you an advantage, right? No, if you already have a page, if you already have a page, please go ahead with that. Facebook page we are talking about, so please go ahead with the same page. This ratio, Rohit, is Akash asked me for a ratio between the Facebook is to Twitter posting. So what I was saying was that it has to be 1 is to 5, which is wherein if we look at 1 for Facebook, so we should look at 5 tweets, which should be 3 fresh tweets and 2 retweets for Twitter. Thank you so much, class. I think Jasraj has put a question. If we were to boost or promote our page on Facebook, on Instagram, what are the charges for that? Guys, please hold your excitement. As I mentioned earlier, the next class is going to be a detailed on Facebook. We will cover these questions there, right? Today's class was just an introduction on social media platforms, the content strategy and stuff. Okay, so I will, if people are facing problem to create a social media page on Facebook, I will just show you quickly. So this is your profile page. This is my profile page on social media, right? Now, thank you Sonam. Thank you for guys. Thank you Rohit. Thank you everyone for the class, for an amazing class. And I think it was a very interactive class. I really like uh, to have it as a combination wherein we have theory plus we have the demos. Okay, thank you so much, and it was wonderful meeting and knowing you all. I would request everyone to give your feedback before you log off. In the meantime, I'm just showing how we create a page. So Neeraj, did you saw this, that from my Facebook profile page, how I entered my page? This is my page on Facebook, which is Gauri A, right? So this is linked to my website here. So I have my website, which is igori.com. It is linked to my website. It's basically on training and motivating and I keep sharing the no with various different algorithms of social media of postings. All my posts are visitors are all my posts are kind of posted here along with my website. Yeah. So so how to get about this is that the moment we get onto a social media page, right, there is this drop down which says your pages, right? So here your pre-existing pages, so I showed you this is my page. You can actually go to this drop down, click this option of creating a page, right? So this will ask you what business are you into. Like I have taken as community or public figure, so I have taken this option as public figure. If you have a business or brand, you get started with this, right? So let's say, let me get started with a business brand. Name your page. You have to be very careful that you name your page here. Add a category to describe your page, right? Then you continue here, and then primarily this particular page is going to be linked to your social media profile. So you'll be admin to manage both, and you'll be able to manage that particular page. Yes, everything is available on your, this is not primarily only my, so this is my social media profile which I showed you. This is my social media profile. Now here, if I go here, create page, this will take me to a create page option, irrespective of whether I had created a page or not. So everyone has this page option available. You can go onto this thing and create a page, right? It is very simple. Now once you, now I don't want to log in here again and show you, because then it is unnecessarily, it's going to block that page. After doing this process, for example, I have created my page, right? This is the page which I've created. Now I can change this image. What I want you guys to do is, you can create a business page, change your images, as in you can create a cover image, you can create a profile image, and write about your product here, write about your services, write about yourself. So this is how your page would be created. Okay. And how do I link my website with the page I'll be creating this week? So for linking your website to the page is, when you create your page, there is this option of contact us, right? If you click on contact us, if you click on contact us, it will ask you these questions: book with you, contact you, learn more about your business, show with you, make a donation, download your app, or play your game. Facebook does gives you this option. You click on this contact you. If you click your contact you, it will ask you contact us, send message, call now, sign up, or send email, right? So if I say contact us, next, where would you like this button to send people? So here is the website link. Send people to a website you choose, right? So here, if I click this, you can add a website link here. Like I have added, again, I'm doing it for you guys. It is igauri.com. This is my website. I've added my website here and I've saved it here. So now my your button contact us has been added here. It has been configured, which means my website ID has been created, right? And it's, you have to click on finish. So this, my particular website ID has been added to my cover image. This becomes my CTA. So now my page says learn something new every day, as in don't give me a gyan that you can't, you can't do or learn anything. This is how, that's my CTA, and here is where people can connect with me. Is it clear, Sonali? This is very, very simple. Okay, and Rohit, as I mentioned, that just that ratio is just basically how you're dividing the content between Facebook and Twitter. Since Twitter has a habit of it's a public domain dominated platform, very public opinionated. So your tweets happen to get loosed out. Whereas if we consider Facebook, Facebook has a timeline process, so your tweets are archived on your timelines. So that's the difference. So that is the ratio which I suggest you guys that it has to be 1:5, whereas one post equals to three fresh tweets plus two retweets. Okay. Vikas says, Gauri, can you please tell what should we do with our blog which we had created and how can we sync today's class with it? Simple, I think so. I just showed it how you can link your blog, right? So you can link your blog ID with your Facebook page. So whenever, as well as you have to, on the back end also, if you have a WordPress blog, you can link your WordPress blog with your Facebook page also. So guys, I think that answers everyone's question. Okay, Neeraj has one more. I don't have any business, so blog not created yet. So what to do? Then create one, Neeraj. For the class, you have to do that. You can create a blog on a WordPress that's also free. Create a normal blog platform and just add it and have fun experiencing digital marketing, right? Because until unless you don't experience it, it is going to look like a complete gyan which is coming from me and everything is going to be haywire, right? We just have 5 classes, so I want that we should use make the best use of it, right? Thank you so much, guys, and I think it's a very simple process. You can get onto Google how to create a blog and stuff, and WordPress itself you can view. There are tons of videos available on YouTube. You can get hold on that and create a page. And if there is no need that you create a blog and or a website gets to be linked to it, if you just want, just create the Facebook page for the time being, right? And thank you everyone. I believe every one has submitted their feedback. Yeah. So I hope the class was well taken in and you guys had fun in the class. So let's look forward for our next class. Our next class is going to be Facebook marketing, right? Where we will be covering about Facebook marketing, advertising, Facebook advertising, which is going to be a more realistic understanding in terms of how what content formats are used on Facebook, and it's going to be more interesting, right? And I think all your questions are going to be answered there, right? So if you still have lots of questions, I am here to answer them up. Please list down and keep in mind, uh, take a note of your questions, and we do meet in the next Sunday class and we can address that. Right? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Sonali, Rohit, Rochak, Didi, Neeraj. Thank you so much, and it was really a pleasure to see you guys. Okay, all the best. I hope everyone is done with the feedback. Is everyone done with the feedback, guys? I'm really hungry. I don't know. My first half of the breakfast is already gone. So we'll bounce off directly now onto the lunch. No more breakfast. Okay. So great, guys. So let's get connected on Sunday. And in the meantime, please have a look at the pages. Have a look at what all social media platforms are there. What we covered, and we will cover this thing in the next class. Facebook. Please go through the Facebook modules, the pre-read document if you guys have. Okay. See you. Bye bye. Happy Sunday, everyone. Oh, you lost out on the link. Here you go. Guys, are you done with it? Is anybody still left with a feedback?